Hey everybody, just finished The Boyfriend, episodes 15 and 16 of season 3. And this was underwhelming. This is the first two-parter episode of Seinfeld. And so given that, you think the material within the episodes is just severely lacking. Like it didn't feel like it needed 2 episodes. You know? What basically just goes on is that Jerry befriends Keith Hernandez, and the friendship's kind of like their normal relationship, or at least from Jerry's standpoint, because he gets jealous because Keith Hernandez starts dating Elaine, so he gets jealous of stuff. And then you know, they get into standard like dating stuff, like, oh, when do I call now, or do I move his furniture with him or something? Do I drive him to the airport? You know, which correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, this may be the first time like this may be like one of the first times where a sitcom's kind of done that joke where it's like the guy's doing the whole role reversal thing with the genders and like being, oh, what do? Do I call him now or da 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 da? You know, this may have been like the first time it's been done. I don't know. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean, what else goes on in the episode? It's George is at fault or something with his unemployment office, or so he tries to trick them that he's getting hired at. He's getting hired at what do you call it? At Vandalay Corporations, but the telephone number he gives them is Jerry's home number. But Kramer screws it up by answering and being like, "Oh, this is an apartment." And then he starts dating his unemployment officer's daughter. And that's the thing. Elaine dates Keith Hernandez. That's her story. Then she dumps him. Kramer and Newman, their story in this is actually pretty funny because they have a beef with Keith. Oh yeah, Newman's in this, by the way. But Kramer and Newman have a beef with Keith Hernandez because they think he spat on them. But it was actually, I can't remember what the other ball player's name was. But it's kind of funny because Jerry analyzes the whole situation with them, and it's kind of like the JFK assassination where there was a spitter behind the bushes on the gravelly road, you know, not the grassy knoll, but the gravelly road. You know, I make fun of it, but it was actually a very funny kind of spoof. Probably one of the funniest parts of the episode, or the double parter. But like I said, it's just all the combined material. It just doesn't feel like it was necessary for a 2-parter episode. And I get why it's just like a long episode. There's no real I guess unresolved issues. And maybe it's just because I watched it all the way through. They gave no option. I'm not sure where it would have broke at the end of the day or at the end of an episode. So maybe that's why. But all in all, it just felt like. I'm pretty sure with later episodes that are double parters, you'll have that where it's like, something just happened, how is this going to be resolved? You know, something big. But in this one, it's just a regular episode stretched out, really. And as a regular episode, it would be more enjoyable, or at least less disappointing, or more impressive, but as a 2-parter episode, it's underwhelming. It's really just underwhelming. And there were good parts. Like, I can't stress this enough. I think if this is all one episode, if they condensed it, this would have been a lot more enjoyable episode. But it wasn't. It was just this. And I mean, don't get me wrong. It's decent. But it's just underwhelming. I guess I can't stress that point enough. And it's like again, as a two-parter, I'm trying to think of this as strictly a two-parter, or I'm trying to think of this as both as like one consecutive episode versus like if this was separated into 2 episodes and I had to watch it like next week, like that works because at least with George's plot line that works because there's like 2 stages to his little subplot, and so it wouldn't be. So I feel that like that would have worked. Like this could have been this episode, and like George is lying about going to get a job at Vandalay, the latex manufacturer, and then like Kramer rats him out unintentionally. That's the story. That's George's story for the episode. Then next episode, he's kind of back. I mean, that'd be a recurring role for the unemployment officer, but I don't know. Just, I guess that's all I can really say. It's underwhelming. Not bad, but underwhelming. Keith Hernandez did a good job as an actor. Like no fault. I don't know. There's like no real fault in all of it. Like the plot is still, it's still, what's the word? It still flows. It still flows nicely. It still flows. It doesn't feel like anything's unnecessary or like just really big padding. I mean, except George with the taxi cab. That's kind of a funny bit. Well, no, that wasn't a funny bit. That was padding. But I don't know. Yeah, but for the most part, the plot progressed like pretty good, and it wasn't awful. The pacing wasn't horrible. It was a Seinfeld episode stretched out, and I think again just expectations maybe just were set a bit too high. I don't know, but that's all I can really say.